Skip, it should bother him. The man sitting next to you, Skip, said I overpaid for you. He's basically saying it bothers Jerry that he had to bite the bullet on this one and give the man $40 million. Now, mind you, Skip, Jerry Jones, I think, is worth $8.5 billion. But the fact that he wanted to pay Dak somewhere between 32 and 35 million and ended up having to go to 40 million, it bothers him. He said it. Skip, how many interviews? You covered the Cowboys for how long? 10 years, 15 years? You covered them for 15 years as columnist.
15.
How many times when they did a contract, he always has the press conference, did Jerry Jones mention overpaying? He's never mentioned this. He did it with Zeke. He didn't mention overpaying. He did it with Amari. He didn't mention overpaying. He did it with D-Law. He didn't mention overpaying. This is the first time that I can recall that he signed a player and he mentioned overpaid.
I'll give you that.
So he's sitting next to the man. And he said, well, you know, anything that I'm involved with that ever turned out to be good, I overpaid. Dak, I overpaid for you. Now you need to make me right. You need to make me right and overpay for you by paying it off with a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I don't get why he would need to say that, Skip. And he up there, I mean, before, and Jerry's like, that cackling, come on, man. Skip, there was no need for Jerry to mention anything about the pay. I'm happy to have one of our own. We drafted Dak. Dak has been better than we ever thought he would be. And here's a guy that's very deserving of the contract that we gave him. Yep. You go to, and honestly, Skip, in all the years I've heard press conference, I've never, ever heard an owner say they overpaid or mention anything about paying too much for a player. Jerry Jones just did that while the player is sitting right next to him. He basically said, Dak, I overpaid for you. I don't know if you worth the money. Now, in order for this thing to be right, you're going to have to, because he said the Cowboys, you know, got the Cowboys out of bankruptcy and everybody said, I bought the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Skip, why I just don't get, and I racked my brain and I was like, you know, went back and played it again and found another channel that had it on and I'm like, Jerry just told a man to his face, I overpaid for you. So Dak should feel some type of way. Now, it lessens the blow. I don't care what you did, Skip. The money's in my account now. You can overpay all you want to. The check's clear.
Yep.
But he did say that to the man's face, and Dak should feel some type of way about it.
Okay.